Hello, my dear friends. Today we are continuing the theory about the transaction cost the economic consumer might have when finding the best possible deal can, however, be a barrier that, from a rational perspective, makes it difficult to choose the right brand or product. If transaction costs are too high, it is too difficult to find and buy the product. Then the consumer might choose another product even though it might not deliver maximum utility compared with the other products or compared with the price. In the economic approach, it is therefore crucial that transaction costs are minimized. The marketer can do this by ensuring that the right product at the right price is made known and accessible to consumers through adequate brand management. This will ensure that consumers are always aware of the product whenever they need it and they have easy access to purchasing the product. Hence, it aims at minimizing the transaction cost consumers might have and facilitates consumer decision process because it aims at diminishing the barriers to an economic brand choice behavior. The exchange between the brand and the consumers is hence perceived to be a transaction-like nature, where the consumer acts as an economic man who rationally evaluates all available choices and chooses the best available offer. The communication between the brand and the consumer is perceived to be linear and rather functional because once a certain frame has been set by the marketer, it is expected that the consumers will respond with a certain brand choice behavior. Consumption is hence perceived to be the result of consumers' insatiable desire for goods and services and is not influenced by social interaction, culture, or the well-being of others. This is why very rational factors like awareness, price, and income are perceived to be key factors in the economic approach when consumers make consumption choices. Brands are regarded as signals that can reduce the uncertainty that will always be present in any transaction before consumers make a brand choice. Hence, the economic approach does not, like the other approaches described here, include consumers' hedonic consumption that satisfies more emotional and irrational wants and desires. The brand-consumer exchange is perceived merely as an exchange of goods consisting of one or more transactions, or as opposed to the other approaches, where the exchange between brand and consumer is perceived more broadly as a relationship with different characteristics depending on the specific approach. So, what does this difference in perception of the brand-consumer exchange imply? It implies that every time the primary goal is to achieve a transaction as opposed to a lasting relationship, the exchange is hence analyzed as an isolated event. In the theoretical models, there is a little interaction between the brand and the consumer. It is assumed that brand choice is based on a linear communication where the marketer sends all brand messages in the shape of a product price, a placement and promotions, and the consumer receives these messages and acts on them, make the purchase if they are right. That exchange is hence perceived to consist of the mere transaction without interactivity. In fact, very few or no external uncontrollable factor are included in the theoretical apparatus. My dear friends, thank you for listening. Have a very nice day. If you like the content, please subscribe. Bye bye.